This block was renovated by the workers who settled down here. That's why we don't have any accurate map data on it. Use your own two eyes to verify things as you proceed.
Well, technically I do own these two eyes. They're not actually my eyes. If only you could see the things that I've seen with your eyes.
Major, that grain is micro-machine rice that was developed by applying Fuwa and Goto's research to a rice strain called Riku 131. Yasuo created it back when the Autonomous Region was a military facility.
You're saying the Agriculture Ministry's research agency was really the Autonomous Region?
Conjecture doesn't amount to proof. Ishikawa, comb through every single record of the Agricultural Ministry that relates to micro-machine rice.
Why does he want to go all the way down? I guess I'm gonna have to. And I'm back where I started. Okay. Oops. Alright. This. Let's drop. Alright. There's people down here, like I can hear them. They're over there. Whoops. Whoops. Whoopsie. At least they don't have like a million snipers. Oh! Right here. That scared the crap out of me. The guy was coming right around the corner. I have one grenade. It's over there. Ouch. Oh. Oh, back here. Nope. This would have been a perfect place to have some, health. We're back here. I'll take that. Those are the one-shot melee things. I'll take these. Why don't you come on over? Alternatively, what if you... So that's who was shooting me. Alright. Oh god, we got another one. No thanks. No thanks, I don't want any. I don't have any Amazon deliveries scheduled. There we go. There's some help. I would love to be able to get the jump on these guys, but I don't think that I can. Unless... No, can't grab on that. gonna see if I could, like, jump up one of these places. But I don't think that I can. How about this? Oops. Hold on. Ew. There we go. This isn't really helping me. That's not what I wanted. Just gonna try to. All right, getting up is not is not a thing that's gonna happen. I'd love to be able to get up there, but it ain't gonna happen. So. Okay, they're not one shot anymore because these guys are the big tough guys. Oh my god! Here, have some. Well, I got one. I got one guy. I got one guy. Oh! Please die. Jesus. That flew right past my head. Who's shooting at me? Another friggin' bug machine? Keep going, keep going, keep going. Alright. Nice. Would have helped me a while ago. That's fine.
I learned something tracking the regional director these past few years. Someone resembling Eiichi Goto has been spotted multiple times in Hanamaki. Do you suppose that both Goto and Fuwa are alive like we thought?
So that's it. Fuwa and Goto, both presumed dead, were actually alive and continuing their research. With Fuwa dead and Yazawa's whereabouts unknown, tracking down Goto also presents itself as an option.
I do like the AR a little bit more. There's still a couple of guys here. This one's gonna be impossible because wow. Yeah, the problem is they're all on alert, so there's no way I can do it anyway. It's fine though. Oh my god! Let's go looking for some health real quick. I already got one, so that's probably the only one here. But there's nobody else left now. Like I'm pretty sure we're all alone now. But just in case, we can get all the loot. You know, extra hand grenades. This isn't on, is it? No. Could be some right here. One of those. Nah, there's nothing up here. Alright. Onward then.
The channel is being forcibly tuned.
Can you hear me, my good police officer? Only I am able to transmit via this emergency channel, so I'm going to take the liberty to speak to you.
He had a net set up on the terminals?
I am Eiichi Goto. Kei's honorable ideals are being tarnished because of a traitor. That is something I will not stand for.
Over there?
I have a favor to ask of you people. You've detected my location, I take it. Come here, hurry! If you don't, I'll be erased by...
You'd better hurry up.
It sounded like she said you'd better hurry up. Alright, we got points. I don't know why games still were using points at this point. Pun intended. I guess some people like them.
I was contacted by Goto. The signal was coming from the training grounds control room.
I picked it up here too. Looks like I'm the closest.
During his career, Goto developed independent theories not only on joint engineering but micro-machine technology as well. His ideas never became mainstream, but it can't be denied that he's a man who had a profound impact on
He's the one who
research of the day.
had the plan to make Babylon 5 micro machines, but unfortunately it never took off, so.
Commercial products. Even our redcoats back at the lab couldn't make heads or tails of technology backed by Goto's theories.
Bato, it's imperative that you track down Goto and make contact with him at once. In addition, we need to get the entire lowdown on the enemy, collect all the records that are stored at the training grounds.
Roger.
Bato, why did it take you so long to say Roger?
You want me to play hide and seek in a place like this with some old man?
You're the closest, aren't you?
All right, all right. Dummies, huh?
Save me! Help me, Bato! Help me!
Well, now, I guess it's time to do some cleaning.
That was Johnny from the Metal Gear Solid series. That was him. It looked like him.
It's fairly obvious that intensive training was conducted here.
Hey, Bato, want me to record the results of your training? What do you think?
Knock yourself out.
No. I'd rather not, to be honest. Oh, this is the, helicopter. Helicopter that I downed.
When Fuwa and I realized we had been betrayed, we attempted to stop that rat. It was for that reason that Fuwa went to Nihama by himself. If we don't hand over that rice, terrible things will happen.
I do wish that there was, a little bit of stealth. Like, there is a little bit of stealth, but I mean, like, I wish that there was, like, you know, sneak up behind him and just kill him in, like, one shot. Doesn't seem to be a thing like that.
Some residents saw a jumbo helicopter flying off toward the dam.
There was a Gigabachi here.
I showed them a picture of one, but they claimed that wasn't what they saw.
Look, so I'm a little busy right now. If you could call back later.
Major.
Ow. No, I think it's just rice. It's I don't know what it's like a weird kind of rice. I think it's like it's designed somehow. You've already heard all this, so I'm not gonna stop.
We attempted to stop that rat. It was for that reason that Fuwa went to Nihama by himself. If we don't hand over that rice, terrible things will happen.
Surprise! Got him. Alright, let's try to kill this rocket launcher guy. Jesus. Holy crap, this guy is hard. Alright. I guess I just need to use my evade a little bit more, but man, it's a little awkward to use because it's a little bit there's like a little bit of a delay when you press it. Like press. See, it's like a half-second delay. Okay. Maybe I just need to sneak more. It's that guy in the back that's really doing it. If I like go up to him, if I sneak up like this, it might do it.
I heard something in Hanamaki. Some residents saw a jumbo helicopter flying off toward the dam.
There was a Jigabachi here.
I showed them a picture of one. They claimed that wasn't what they saw.
Alright. Great. I'm going to save the missile launcher ammo for when I need it. Presumably for another guy with a missile launcher. I feel like Spray and Pray is the name of this game. Cool. I was hoping to get both those guys up there, but that's fine. Oh, maybe I should, There we go. That wasn't so hard. I had to use up almost all the rocket launcher ammo, but you know what? That's fine. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Let me kill this guy first. Right. No? Aw, it's lit up and everything. I thought, you know, I could use it. Any more, big boy ammo? Would be really nice. No? This right here, this area right here, kind of reminds me a little bit of Metal Gear Solid 1. The sniper, like, area, the sniper wolf area, except it's not snowy, but it's like, it's still, you know, a training area. Makes me think about it. I should play through those, I guess. I still have not played 5. I've played, what was it called? It was like the prequel, the demo of 5 Ghost, I was supposed to say Ghost Protocol. That's not it. But you know what I mean. The, like the short, like, preview of Metal Gear Solid 5. I did play that. And I do have 5 on PC. I could get it. You're right, you know, I already have it. I don't need to get it. I could, just, you know.
Upon learning of Fua's death, I concluded that the perfect time would be when that fake was
I want to play through all
returned
of
to
them,
the autonomous region. I planted a virus, but when that failed, it was over. I had no other cards to play, no aces up my sleeve. I must tell them, K is.
The main problem with playing through all of the Metal Gear Solid games again is that, I currently have no good way of... Ouch! I have no good way of, playing Metal Gear Solid 4 right now. Because I can't stream from my PS3 at the moment. Because it has that built-in, you know, signal protection or whatever that I need a thing to bypass, and the thing that I did have is broken. I have to like get a new one. And it's like, yeah, I could attempt to emulate it, but I'm just gonna take the AR. But it's not there yet for Metal Gear Solid 4 with emulation. It's not there yet. I do have it. I have the version with that comes with the that came with the DVD that, like, was it like a behind the scenes thing, or was it a it was like a explanation thing? It's like in a slightly bigger box. Whoa, no! No! My god, Bateau. You're so slow, Bateau! You're so slow! He, like, stopped. He stopped to throw the stupid grenade, and I couldn't get back in under cover. He stopped to do it, and then I was trying to pull back, and he was like, "Hold on, I gotta make sure to follow through on my throw." I think that's what I'll use my last rocket for. Those stupid turrets.
Upon learning of Fua's death, I concluded that the perfect time would be when that fake was returning to the autonomous region. I planted a virus.
Cannot believe I just got all of those guys with one grenade.
I had no other cards to play, no aces up my sleeve. I must tell them, K is.
Wow! Well... Alright, let's try my, Nope, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. Alright. Good enough. Good enough. Body armor? You know what? I'll take it. I know that's where we need to go. I'm just exploring. Odds are we're gonna have to go that way later, so let's just go here. Almost just like I can climb that, but I don't think I can. Yeah, really good body armor. Under heavy guard. 2 turrets. 2 whole turrets. 2 whole turrets.
Bato, do you read me?
Jeez, what's with the encrypted channel?
Have you seen Yazawa's ideas?
Yeah, If that's what was sent to Section 9, I have.
I'm learning that Yazawa's underlying rationale might be surprisingly close to our own.
Huh? That doesn't sound like you, Major.
I sensed something.
That was just a memory. You sure you didn't catch a nasty
Presence
virus
I've
or
not
get hit by
felt
something?
since.
Well, I guess that's not possible.
I'm gonna go snoop around the office block a little more. Meanwhile, I'll leave Goto's detention to you.
All right.
Aight. I think I must have got like a lucky headshot with that guy. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Keep on doing it. I keep on doing it. I'm sorry. I keep on doing it. I keep on throwing grenades instead of hitting him. Because it's the same button. It's the same button. I just have to pick it. I have to pick one over the other. They want me to go this way. But there's also a gigantic turret there. And I think maybe I'll go this way instead. See if there's a good weapon to grab over here. I do feel like the game is fairly generous with its Did I not grab an AR? Oh shit. I feel like the game is rather generous with its... Ow! Auto aim. It's aim correction. Aim assist. Alright. Alright. Alright, Major. Let's go this way, I guess. Like, I could go in there, but it's just one of those things where it's like, there's a turret right there.
Please hurry. I beg you.
I feel like it's
If Fuwa and Goto really
not
were the
safe.
ones who were trying to protect Yazawa's ideals, then that shortens the list of people opposing them.
Toshimi Tagami, the regional director?
Something happened between Goto, Fuwa, and the director. And Kei Yazawa's right in the middle of it.
That means we should ask this Goto geezer.
How do you know he's a geezer? Oh, I'm a little busy right now.
Out of the Agriculture Ministry. It was developed in the Autonomous Zone using Riku 131 as a base. Its official designation is Riku 132. It was developed at an Agriculture Ministry research facility. But what they probably meant was the Tohoku Autonomous Region. Its produce is developed and grown by a research agency that's run under the national budget. So that in itself doesn't really pose a problem.
Which means that the trouble is actually with those people who participated in the research.
That was pretty hot. That was pretty hot.
To neutralize the autonomous region, the military has started to consider sending in 2 cargo helicopters full of ranger squads as an advanced party.
Those nectar-sucking bees are sure taking their own sweet time.
What a weird insult that is. Those nectar-sucking bees. I'm going to use that next time I'm angry with someone. You nectar-sucking bee. Oops. I don't know how. I don't know how to do this. Oh my god! Oh no! Oh no! Hello? Okay, well, that did not help. Oh my god. Well, it did weaken that one, but man, 3 direct rocket launcher hits, and it still didn't go down is a bit, is a bit much. It helped. It did help. It did help. Nice. All right, and now we continue on, I guess. But you know what? It's time. It's time for a break. So I'm going to take about 10-ish minutes and have myself a bit of a cool down and stretch out and a little snack, and I'll be back in 10 minutes. While we're back, what is this? Nimuro is a city on the Nimuro Peninsula in eastern Hokkaido. Kusanagi and the others participated in this operation in their military days. It is said to have been a large-scale engagement in which not only physical weapons were used, but intense cyber warfare as well. Autonomous Regional Director inaugural address. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created. I don't know who I'm supposed to be. That they are endowed with certain unalienable. I thought it was inalienable. Oh my god, it's going really quickly. I'm just reading it myself. Can I go up? I can't go up. They wrote this entire thing just for this game. It's amazing. Can't go any further. I can't go any further. We therefore, the representatives of the Tohoku Autonomous Region in General Congress assembled, appealing to the Supreme Judge of the World for the Supreme Judge of the World. I'm sure that's metaphorical, but like, you know, could you imagine? For the rectitude of our intentions due in the name and by the authority of the good people of the Tohoku Autonomous Region, solemnly publish and declare that as a free and independent autonomous region, this Tohoku Autonomous Region of right ought to be a free, independent economic zone. As the Tohoku Autonomous Region, we declare our independence and are henceforth absolved from all allegiance to the Japanese government. And for the support of this declaration, with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence. Capital D, capital P makes me wonder if that's a group. An actual group and not just, you know. In fact, we can probably see if that's mentioned. Oh look, I missed 3 lores, apparently. Well, whatever. So like I get it that they're you know, they seceded from the from the Japanese Union, as it were. I'm not super sure about what the rice is all about. Micro Machines were made in the 80s and 90s by a company called Galoob. They were small renditions of various cars and vehicles that kids could play with, and they had like little tracks, and they had little play sets. Remember those folding play sets that they had? The ones that were like they folded into like a it was just like a little box, but then you like would unfold it and had to kind of like assemble it, put like little pegs and holes, and then it made like a little area that you could drive your Micro Machines around, and then you could connect like a bunch of them together because they had like little notches on the ends, so you could like make a bigger city. Does anyone remember those? Does anyone remember those? Yeah, I also had Micro Machines that changed color in water, GNG. I also had those. I also had a whole crap load of Star Wars and Star Trek Micro Machines. I still have a bunch of those, actually. I think I might have actually kept all of them. I think I actually still have them somewhere in a box. I got rid of a bunch of action figures because action figures are nice, but I'm not like... I don't know. Like we had to get rid of stuff, and so you know those were where it went. But I kept all of my actual like the ships and the vehicles and stuff because I love those. There was that one out. They weren't called Micro Machines. They were called God, what were they called? Like Action something. They were like bigger Star Wars ships that actually had like a little tiny figures that you could put it into them. They were like bigger than Micro Machines, like a lot bigger than Micro Machines, but they weren't like full like action figure size. They were just kind of like they were still kind of handheld. I had a bunch of those. I love those. Those were like the best because the detail was nice and they were a good size, and you could like open them up and put people in the cockpit and stuff like that. But the people were tiny. They were like the people were like an inch tall at most. The little figures that came with it. Anyway. Miniature machines, 1/1,000,000th of a millimeter in size, a general term for miniature machines that includes nanomachines. I've got this. Ghost in the Shell. Ghost in the Shell is a popular manga that was turned into a film in 1995. 1995, I always think of Ghost in the Shell as being an 80s movie, but it's not. It came out, the original movie came out in 95. 95! And it was great. And, I mean, the show, the Standalone Complex came out in 2004. Apparently this game was also made in 2005? Or was it 2004, something like that? It was basically around the same time. Alternate name for Public Security Section 9, Shell Squad for short. I've never heard that a single time in the show or in anything else. I have never heard anybody refer to Section 9 as the Ghost in the Shell. The development of joint engineering and applied entomology. That's not bugs. In this research, I make the theoretical preparations for various arrangements in order to make practical use of applied entomology, which was derived from the development of technology to exterminate harmful insects that spanned the end of the 19th century and the beginning of the 20th century. Applied entomology had its beginnings in the field that was established and formed by the development of technology to eradicate the Rocky Mountain locust, which was swarming in 1870s America, now Imperial America. However, it was made more complicated by the appearance of technology, Micro Machines, in the 80s, because Galoob again, which didn't wait for the century to appear, and the current main focus is on the research and development of new technology that makes use of the bodies of insects. On the other hand, joint engineering is a key ingredient of the master-slave mechanism, which are indispensable in armed suit-powered exoskeleton development. These mechanisms, the aim of which at first was to mimic human movement, are fast reaching their limits in controlling the sort of multi-ped-powered exoskeletons that are currently in use, and thus, my goal is the development of a next-gen master-slave mechanism that is more natural and does not put an unnecessary load on the human control system by making the organic functions of insects multi-ped organisms occurring in the natural world and replicating them with Micro Machines on a genetic level. What does this have to do with rice? In applied entomology and joint engineering, The fusion of research taken from both fields by means of micromachines and is research that hints at new capabilities in the control systems of complex multiped machines, which are likely to appear in the near future. I foresee many difficulties in pursuing this merged research that is as yet untapped, but I believe it will be surely yield results which will be valuable for the future of humanity. So that's what Fu was working on, is what I will continue to say. But again, I ask, what does that have to do with rice? Micromachine technology, which was misappropriated for use as a link to agricultural product improvement, not just in the fields of cyberbrain and prosthetic body manufacturing, was cheap and safe, and made the real development of high-yield crops and played a major role in the worldwide food supply problem. Although the use of micromachines in food products was first met with physiological revulsion, rice to which this technology was applied was widely used in farmland scarce Japan, and its development and refinement due to the increased food supply demands during the war made it a positive recipient of government support. Among these, Riku 132 drew attention as a high-yield all-purpose rice that could withstand lack of sunlight and water, and was also resistant to cold weather. So is this just about the Tohoku Autonomous Region getting their food supply together? Is that what this is about? Is that what the rice is for? Is basically let's bring in this micromachine enhanced rice so that they can get their own food supply going, so they're not like beholden to anybody else, so that like the Japanese government, for instance, couldn't just like wait them out and just wait until they starve. So what does that have to do with all this other stuff? What is the connection between Fuwa and Goto and Yazawa? Born in the Tohoku region to parents who ran all sorts of financial businesses, he and his older sister Toshimi were separated when they were infants. While at agricultural college, his thesis relating to rice cultivation garnered attention, and he joined a research agency of the agricultural ministry. During the war, he used the evacuation as an excuse to move to the Tohoku Autonomous Region, where he, Eiichi Goto, and Takeru Futa? You know what? Whatever. You know what? Sure. Immersed themselves in research for miracle rice. Alright, so they all work together, which I didn't get before. So they did actually all work together. Although I'm still a little confused about where this is going. He was a simple man of few words who loved solitude, but there are many who sympathize with the ideals they glimpsed in those few words. Later called the charisma of the Tohoku Autonomous Region, he was adored by many people. Accompanying the formation of an organization of people who spontaneously gathered to idolize that charisma were rumors that stirred up the tabloids that said that they were a cult group that espoused environmental protection. However, as people's interest waned, their existence was forgotten. In 2030, he died from a malignant tumor. This was a disease that could be avoided with a prosthetic body, but he left this life after leaving a message to his sister, Toshimi, the effect that people should live in harmony with the earth and return to the earth when it's time. July 12th, 20XX. We're in Mega Man territory here. Nihama University Assistant Professor Takeru Fuwa, worldwide authority on applied entomology and top man, in armed suit research, has been stabbed to death by someone on the university campus. I did hear this. He was murdered on the university. I wasn't sure if he was a student or not. I didn't understand that, but yeah, apparently he was a teacher. He was a professor. The culprit is unknown, but many conspiracy theories are going around because of his connection to the American-Russian alliance and the Tohoku Autonomous Region, known as a sort of new religion commune. The opinion that he was executed seemed to be prevalent. The reason for this is Professor Eiichi Goto, another armed suit researcher, died just before the murder in a plane crash of unknown cause while flying to Europe to take part in an academic conference in Milan. And soon after the deaths of Professors Goto and Fuwa, Man Machine, the trade journal of the American-Russian Alliance, that's not looking likely, commented on these incidents, saying that it was good news for armed suit developers. It ran an editorial saying, "Those in charge of executions in the Alliance showed to the world that they were gauging the timing that was suitable for the execution of spies. Also, this is not an obituary. This is a news article about it. This is not an obituary. This is a news article about the death. In the background is the conjecture that Fua might have been a spy. What lends credence to this is that he did, in fact, live in the Alliance in his student days. He experienced its severity with his own body. He was a man who understood the Alliance. Some conjecture concludes that it may be for that reason that he was targeted by the Alliance. Professor Fua had a high regard for the military applicability of applied entomology and, saying, I undertook armed suit development because insects are so valuable for the basic research of joint engineering. He contacted the American Empire and the Alliance, heedless of the danger, and even after the war was declared over, he apparently turned down offers of protection from the regional bureaucrats, or police bureaus and self-defense army related people, saying the war's over and lived an unguarded life. There's a lot of text in this, you guys. There's more text in this than some RPGs. It's to be expected. It's a Ghost in the Shell game. What do you expect? They talk a lot in the movies and the show. There's a lot of talking. There's a lot of exposition, but it's still good. Still a good watch. Some of the media portrayed Professor Fua as having died in the line of duty, with headlines such as "hot-blooded man with a strong sense of justice, trust and sense of duty consistent," and "regret of an armed suit researcher." What's more, some in the American Empire PEN Club, it's Pen 15 Club, proclaimed, if violence is to accompany armed suit development, it is a grave threat to the freedom of research and development mentioned in the International Charter, and is a frightening infringement upon fundamental human rights. Am I dumb? What's the Alliance? Am I stupid? Did I miss that? Well, we'll continue going on. Tagami. After joining the military, she became a full cyborg due to an accident during training. Her prosthetic body was a Mergrim model, and no particular improvements were made to the capabilities of its hardware. And other than an expansion of external memory in its cyberbrain for data processing purposes, it has no distinguishing characteristics. Attached to the Inspector General Tohoku Front, Ground Self-Defense Army. So is this the lady that was in the train? I think maybe her body is certainly more resilient than a normal body. That's the thing that's interesting in things like Star Wars, and I would assume they have this in Cyberpunk as well, but when people assume, you have a robot arm or whatever, they assume it must be like super strong or whatever, but like actually if they started making robot arms in real life, I mean there are some certainly, they would want to replicate what the person already has or what a person could reasonably have, and so they're not going to be super strong. They're going to be like normal strength, because that's the point. That's the goal. People in the military, people in Section 9 have super strong bodies because they're like military grade, bodies. Like they're made specifically for combat and for doing this stuff, and that's why they're stronger. But some random schmo who loses an arm or a leg and gets it replaced by a cybernetic limb, it's just a regular thing. It's not like anything special. It doesn't do anything more than what they had before. Monorail, 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 monorail. Yeah, military grade means the bare minimum. You're right. You know what I mean. You know what I mean, though. I mean, that is part of the story, is that Major is in Section 9 and was in the war. She became a soldier primarily because I think she had like some kind of like disease or accident. I think it was a disease that basically she needed a new body, and a normal person cannot afford a full body prosthetic. Like it's prohibitively expensive for most people. But if she joined the military, then they would give one to her, and so that's what she did. And so they gave her a combat model, and that's it. That's how she became the person that she is. I don't think we need to read all this about the monorail. I know about the monorail. 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 Riku letter. Why must my actions take place now? My constant pure creation is here. My comrades and I, working together in righteous effort, have created rice which will save the impoverished, rice which will sustain lives, and all troubled lands. It should have spread far and wide, countless as the stars in the galaxy, until the very word poverty was no more. However, this rice of salvation was taken from us without ever being sown in troubled lands. Once again, so that people may have true happiness, so that all poverty and suffering may be eliminated from the face of the earth, I intend to boldly set out on a road that leads to nowhere. Congratulations. But even if this road should lead to nowhere, I am sure that those who live lives of righteousness and strength will see before them the path they must take. By lives of righteousness and strength, I mean being aware of the clear intent and grand passions within you and living your lives accordingly. Even if I should fall to this sickness that quietly assails me, my comrades whose true natures are of clear intent and grand passions will most likely set out on that road to nowhere. I wish to search for this world's true happiness. Keiyazawa is in this place. This is his sole intent. The city is where we are right now. Top of dam. Also, dam walkway. That damn walkway. Read about Goto. Although a researcher of little repute, his paper on research on autonomous micromachines was a clincher for him, and his research on radioactivity cleanup, the Asian Miracle, put his name on the map, making him a household name worldwide. After the Asian Miracle, those concepts that were debated in eccentric, bold moves became the subject of scorn in academic circles as impossible and lacking common sense. But Goto, who had stayed true to his research ideology, didn't let such talk from the outside change his attitude. He moved to the Tohoku Autonomous Region, which had hired him, and continued his research independently. With the end of the war approaching, he was hired as a visiting professor at a university in England, and his life was cut short in an accident on the flight to England. Years after his death, the state of his theories was reappraised, and he is now called a genius before his time and prized as the authority on micromachine engineering and a scientist of proud isolation. I should read that, but I'm not going to. Oh yeah, let's read. I mean, I know what an armed suit is, but let's read what this game's definition of an armed suit is. Also called armed suit, a variety of bulletproof, fireproof suits that cover the entire body, whose outer shell is made of composite materials, has battery-driven limbs, and is equipped with master-slave functionality. So basically the thing that we took over a little bit ago. One more quick look-see. I just want to see if there's anything else said about the war. Let's go away. Developer and manufacturer of the thermoptic camouflage. Alright. I don't care about that. Sebero makes the guns. All this other stuff is stuff they've talked about in the show, so it's not like anything particularly interesting. I mean, it is interesting, I'm sure, but you know what I mean. Alright. Because they mentioned the war in the show, and like they even show some flashbacks to it, but like I don't know if they really say what the war was.